Thank you very much. I have to thank Tom and thank Ginger for bringing me here. And I don't know if you look around, you'll see a whole bunch of fine poets. We have Jerry Stern, Mary Carr. There are a lot of fine poets around here. Marjorie Wentworth, where are you? She's over there. She's our poet laureate for South Carolina. She was at Emory. She's been at Emory for the past couple of days, and she dropped by here to check us out, which is nice. Who? The poet laureates are in the house tonight. All right, all right. And so it's a great honor for me. I have my family in the back there. I have my cousin, Aunt Red, Uncle Sam, Aunt Edith, my cousin Brenda and Ronald. They came out to hear me too. So I feel like I got all this juice going. So what I want to do is just take this instrument. Everybody say Cora. Say Cora. You got to get fresh with my baby now. This is a 21-string West African harp lute. It's made from gourd, calabash, and rawhide. This is the heart of the kora, the lenge wood. It coordinates the strings. They call it a harp lute because the strings come perpendicular to the body, and it's a lute because it has this long neck. And these are actually rawhide tuning rings. You push them up, you get a higher tone. You pull it down, ease the tension, you get a lower tone, and so you hit these strings. And the sound goes into the gourd and comes out of the sound hole here. The other thing about the sound hole is that when it's used by the Jalis, the West African kora players, they can use that at weddings, naming ceremonies. If it's at a wedding, you would dance up to the table and give the bride and groom your money or your gifts, and then you would come over to me. And then you start putting dollar bills inside the sound hole. It's not because I need money or anything like that. It makes the sound better. The more money you put in the sound hole, the better the sound. It's a scientific fact, I'm telling you. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I want to do this new piece. It's actually a love poem based on a journey from West Africa by this king back in the 11th century across the Atlantic from Africa to here. But first I'm going to do a piece called Jump Mama. Pretty summer day. Grandmama sitting on the porch, easy, rocking her grandbaby in her wide line. Old men sitting in their Lincoln, tasting and talking and talking and tasting. Young boys on the corner, looking to yak, wild hats, baggy pants. Young girls halfway up the block playing, jumping that double Dutch, singing a song that say, kitty kind of parlor, be on time, cause school begins at 1 and now. Jump 1, 2, 3 and go. Round the corner comes this young woman, dragging herself heavy home from work. She see the young boys, she see the old men, but when she see those girls, she just starts smiling. They say, you can't jump, you too old. Why they say that? Ooh, why they say that? She said, Tanya, you hold my work bag. Shanika, come over here, girl, I want you to hold my handbag. Josie, could you hold my grocery bags, please? Kevin, take my purse. She started bobbing her head, jacking arms, trying to catch the rhythm of the ropes. And when she jumps inside those turnouts, the girls cry, sing a song, say, can you kind of ball it, be on time, cause school begins at a quarter to nine. Jump 1, 2, 3, and go. She dances sassy, sassy, jump for the girls, mama, jump for the stars, mama, jump for the young boys, saying jump, jump, mama, jump for the old men, saying jump, mama, jump for the old woman, saying oh, go ahead, baby. And what did the young girl say? What did the young girl say? So this is how it goes. I'm gonna say, Kenny Connor Paula, be on time. School begins at a quarter to 9. Jump 1, 2, 3, and everybody say, I want you to hold it as long as you can. You get one shot. I don't want no cheaters. Just one shot. Here we go. Kenny Connor Paula, be on time. Cause school begins at a quarter to 9. Jump 1, 2, 3, and get the last drop. Oh, you got it, okay. The jump mama, the jump mama, the jump mama, the jump, the jump, the jump, the jump, the jump. All right, okay. Thank you very much. This is from a piece called Yam Seller. It's a love poem, and what it is this king falls in love with this woman who grows yams. And there's a caste system in the Mali Empire. And part of the law is that the person who marries outside their caste, the male gets executed. So people for generations have been running away with the person from the other caste or keeping it up undercover, or worst of all, just denying it and denying the love. Anyway, I'll just start off here. The queer birds fly in flocks of millions. During mating season, each pair has its own song. The male sings, and the female replies, The male flies off, gathering twigs and branches to build a nest for the season. When it's half finished, he says, which means come into my nest. Which means come into my heart. And the female, she sails in, gently lands inside the nest, poking around, checking the corners and the winding, and half satisfied with the half-finished nest. She says, The male returns, and he's fully inspired. He goes into the nest beyond work, beyond a labor of love. He has a divine vision in his mind. He wants the sun to dapple this side of the nest. He wants the shade to be on the other side of the nest. And in the middle, where they make love, where they make life, he wants to have the sun come down in a beautiful shaft of light. He's so swept up in his labor that by the time he's finished, he says, this time the female returns like a bullet. She slams into the nest. She's scraping and scratching the floor, beating her wings hard against the side of the nest. She got her beak up on the nest, and she's pulling it as hard as she can. She has the dream of love, too, but she also has the dream of the snake winding up the trunk of the tree to take her babies. She has the dream of the stork coming out of the sky to take her babies. She has that Serengeti rain dream that comes horizontal and rays of light, chopping up everything in its path. So she goes crazy in the nets. She's ripping it, ripping it, ripping it, ripping it, ripping it, ripping it. And when it's still standing and she comes to full exhaustion, she says, come into my nest. Come into my heart, honey. The male, devastated by the destruction that she's wrought upon his nest, floats inside and says, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I love to visit the market at sunrise. When the workers hit their morning rhythms, they turn their tools into instruments. The market becomes an orchestra of skill. Young boys flip their baskets, they start drumming. Young girls play their clay water pots. And the millet woman, she pound, 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 pound. They drum up business so high on the village. Fishermen drag their nets up from the surly coast. The growers come out the field, baskets on heads, bartering, arguing, gossiping, singing. As beautiful as all this sounds to my ears, I love when the tools are simply tools. The dreams of the masters flow from their fingers. This one wants his son to inherit his hammer. This one studies a chalice so closely he can almost hear the silver shining. And the millet woman, it took everything for her to climb out of bed, to do the work she's done 1,000 times before. She mourns a man who took her hands in his and placed his lips in each of her tired palms. It filled her with such an immaculate joy that she hit him, then she loved him, then she lost him. The hardest hunger in the whole wide world is to reach for somebody gone forever. To keep her arms from hanging limp and empty, she pound, 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 pound. And the carpenter's hammer, the weaver's weave, the music surrounds her, the rhythms embrace her. Go on, go on, go on. the market at sundown. Bins and tables cleaned and cleared. Night wind rattling the wooden stalls. The market is empty, but the heart is full. If you listen closely, if you listen very closely, you can hear the sound of my people dreaming. I'm a blind man, they think I'm crazy. They beg mercy, mercy from your mighty hand. They know what they see, I see what I know. You boss, well, you boss. Ask that captain, merchant priest, what can they bring inside your honorable house? War, profit, sweet salvation. You fed them to the sharks with your pancake. 'Cause you boss, well, you boss. I lived seasick for years. The rain to whip my skin, whip my soul. Addiction, obsession, suspicion, so brutal. I could not trust myself, sane mind. Now I know the ones who threw their bodies overboard when their instruments were swept out on the raging sea. Death is a poor excuse to quit what you love. Your rage is my soul's long lost twin. Just as there is a karma inside the storm, I know that heaven is in your heart. Raise my chest up, fling my arms out, pass my heart out. You got the power, pass my heart. You got the chamber, the mighty changer. Do something with it, 'cause you boss, well, you boss. Okay. That's a short section of it. It's a long praise poem. That's what this instrument is basically used for by the Jeli. And Wolof is Jeli. The French, when they came into West Africa, they named them griot. And basically in English, it's poet troubadour. Let me do this piece. You were young, 6 months, you were royal. You had somebody to feed you, to carry you, and to change your dirty, nasty, filthy diapers. Most of all, you had your own language. When you were hungry, you said, "Ah!" When you were angry, you said, And when you were rolling that red ball across the living room floor, you said, nobody understood what you were saying, but whatever was in you came out of you through your language. So now you're 11 months, 12 months old, and your mama, she wheels you down to the royal playground. She puts you in the royal sandbox, and you start to put a little sand on top of your head. You are so kingly, so queenly that you can take the sand and you can put it down the back of your shirt. And you are so royal that you can eat the earth, not the fruit of the earth. You take the sand and start to put it in your mouth. Your mom says, oh, baby, please don't put it in your mouth. And it's drooling down the side of your face. But she still loves you. She takes you home and she puts you in a blue bathtub with the warm water, and you can feel the grit sifting off your baby skin. You're kicking your little bow legs in the water, and she sweeps you up in a big white fluffy towel, and she puts baby oil on your baby skin, baby lotion on your baby skin, baby powder on your baby skin, and then she slips you in the sleeper with the footies. You are so snug, and she's singing, oh, my baby, my curly-headed baby, I sing you fast asleep and love you so as I say. She lays you in the crib. She looks around. She says, honey, say mama. Come on, honey, you can do it. She's been watching you all of your little life, trying to wrap your body around sound. You started saying, and as you got older, you said, kick, 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 kick. You got strong, you said, da, 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 da. And some man walking around and say, yeah, call him daddy. But you're just saying, da, 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 da. That's all you're saying. Now she wants you to say the hardest thing a baby can say. Ma, ma. It's easy now. You got all your muscles coordinated. You were born with the but now you got somebody trying to make you muscle up to say, twice. She looks at you with pure faith, and it makes you so happy that you look up at her and you say, she still loves you. So now it's 16 months later, and you got your little bow legs walking on gravity, moving along, but she wheels you down to the royal playground, but a wind kicks up in your face, and she runs around the front of the car, and she pulls the blanket up over your neck, and for the first time, you actually see her. You see the details. Your eyes are strong. You see her lips, her eyebrows, marking her forehead, what she thinks, and you say, ma. She said, what you say? Mama. She says, ow! And she wheels you home. She calls up her sister. She says, oh, you should have heard my baby say, Mom, she sounds so cute. Why is she so happy? Because you have exploded your royal language into the social language where mere sounds become words and rules and law. You say a sound like boot, boot, boot. A million people jump up and say, that's something you put on your feet. You say a sound like cloud. Isn't that a ridiculous noise? Cloud. A million people say, that's something that floats across the sky. So now you're 3 years old and you say, I want to go to Mikey's house. And they take you. You've been saying that all your life. I want to go to 5 years old. You're in a room saying A, B, C, D, E. And there's 25 other people like you saying E, F, G, H, I. It's a big wave of all this royalness coming into the social life. So now, second grade, 7 times 7 is 49. It's just air, moving air. It's just sound, but everybody living on it. You move up and you're speaking French, you're speaking Spanish, you're speaking Wolof. You move on, you hang around with the fellas. You see a fine girl walk down the street, you say, man, look at that hammer. Look at that fine hammer. Now, a hammer is something you put in a toolbox, but you got language inside your language, so you can talk about what she does to your poor little heart. You say, she a fine hammer. You got 100,000 sounds inside your body, but when somebody walks up and says, how you doing today? You say, I'm all right. I'm fine. Even though you took your mother's keys and you wrecked the car, drove up the premium, you got 102 fever, you lost your wallet, you've been on the phone all night saying, oh, baby, they lying on me, I ain't do that. All that going on inside of you, and you still say, I'm all right. What happened to the royal language? Do you still have it? Do you still have it? That's not a rhetorical question now. That's all right. I know you got it. I know you got it. Okay. One last. This is one for my daughter, Kevin. Actually, I'm going to ask you to participate. That's one thing about this instrument. It's a community instrument. Those crazy beach girls take you to the sea. Silk the moon, silk the lightning tide. It's gonna haunt you, sweet Georgia. Shake something deep down in your soul. Who's that shining? Who's that shaking? Who's that dancing? Who's that shouting? I'm alive. I'm alive. I'm alive. I'm alive. I'm alive. Gift to you. Right? You can use this anywhere you go. What I need you to do first is to stand up. Everybody stand up. Yeah, I can't let you shake your hiney in the chair because you might break something in there. Okay, so first, you can't just walk out and start shaking your hiney. You ain't that young no more. So just start by letting your arms linger at your side. Just kind of sway to this rhythm. Just sway. Think massage from inside out. From your body, inside out through your bone. Okay, so the next thing I want you to do is just to let your head roll from side to side on your neck. Just easy, easy, easy. Okay, got that going. You can move, yeah, you swing, you got your head going. All right, now I want you to raise your arms. I want you to wiggle your hands. Just wiggle your hands. Don't throw them off your arms now. Just kind of let your wrists feel the ease that you have inside your neck, inside your legs. Yeah. Oh, shucks, y'all. You gotta wiggle. I said wiggle your whole body. But it's all right. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to count to 3. I'm saying 1, 2, 3, go. And I want you to shake your hand, okay? I want you to turn it loose. You ever see a wet puppy? Oh, I want you to throw it out. 1, 2, 3, go. Shake it, shake it, shake it. Shake your hiney. Shake your head. Oh, yeah, I like that. Oh. All right, everybody sit there. Everybody sit there. Sit there. I can't let y'all shake your hiney too much because I get arrested. Thank you very much.